What's going on, everybody? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to your Daily Grind Trader. I know it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you like that, but I've been planning my return and I wanted to wait a little bit, but today I saw something that I absolutely could not wait for. I had to share it with you guys. So my return is now. My return is right now. Full videos coming back very soon. I promise you guys I'll be back on the grind. I'm actually working on an FTMO challenge, so I'll be posting videos of the strategies I'm using for the FTMO challenge to try to get that 100K account. With that being said, guys, today's video is all about Bitcoin and something that happened today that is extreme in its magnitude of how important that it is. This is on a 12-hour chart, and this is on kind of a long-term time frame chart. You can go on a daily too if you like. The volume for the past 2 days, this spike up on the sell pressure, and then the buyback has been even stronger on the volume. This volume spike here is higher volume than the 2020 COVID dump. This is the highest volume that Bitcoin has seen in over 2 years. Think about that, the highest volume in over 2 years, with the CPI data that just came in cold for the first time for a year. For the first time in a year, we got better than anticipated CPI data. Inflation is starting to fall. We are even starting to hear little rumors of the Fed potentially talking about a pause on interest rate hikes. Maybe not December, but moving forward, it could be time for a pause. And if another CPI comes out in December, as cool as this one did, it could very easily be paused quickly, and we could see our interest rate, the terminal rate, be at 4.5% and stay there, and we don't have to worry about going to 5, 5.5, or 6. The importance here, the importance of this super high volume here, shows that we have buyers. We have buyers in place that has scooped this up. Obviously, there's always buyers and sellers. You can't sell without a buyer, and you can't buy without a seller. That's obvious. But the buyback here makes it look like a Wyckoff spring. It looks like we've had our support, and then we touched that support a couple of times. We went through it, and now this could be a spring event. This could very well be a spring event for Bitcoin to spring the price back up through this entire range and retest 24K to see if we can break out through 25.5, 26K, and break back into a bullish run. Now, guys, I don't want to be the person that sees, you know, a 15% day. I mean, it was a nice day. It was 12 or 13% for the daily on Bitcoin. That daily candle did. What that candle do? 13% day. I'm not calling a bull run off of a single day. That does not happen. I'm not doing that by any means. So please remember to stay cautious. And this is not financial advice. I'm just giving you an analysis on what I see with volume. The most important thing that Bitcoin needs to do in the next day or two is to make sure that it continues to hold this level of support at 17.4, 17.5. You know, stay above this June bottom. If it can close, if it can close in this green range here between 17.4 and 18.2. If it can close in that range, it's okay. If it closes above that range, it's even better. I would ideally like it to close above this. And then what you have here, this is what is known a lot of times as a liquidity grab. So big sell-offs, big sell-offs, big sell-offs, get people on the wrong side of the market. The price gets down below this old support, and you get short traders. You get people going short. So what happens is you're selling, and people have been putting blind buy orders in at 17 or at like 18K, because it gets down here, it bounces off. It gets down here, it bounces off, bounced off, bounced off. You know, you can make solid profits just, you know, having buy orders in, you know, around 18.2. Except for this time you didn't, because this time it dipped down and it looked like it was going to buy back up, and you're back up around 18.6, and then it went straight through, and it went through fast. And what this does is it triggers stop losses off of these buys. Now, what are stop losses on a buy order? It's a sell order. So that causes that cascade down on the sell orders. Then those sells are liquidity for big money buys. That's how big money buys without moving the market, so that they can buy as much as they want without pumping the price up before they get all that they want. So they essentially were able to trigger stop losses on this break, get people to start shorting, buy the shorts, and then if the price breaks back above 18.2, the most likely scenario is that you'll start seeing short stop losses get hit, short stop losses get crushed, liquidation event there, and then a melt up, not a melt up, you'll see a spike up from short liquidations and short stop losses. So guys, that's what I'm seeing right now. The most critical thing right now is that Bitcoin stays above 17.4, 17.45. Let's just call it 17.5 to be safe. If Bitcoin stays above 17.5 and closes above 17.5, then the next likely scenario is that it gets up to the 18.2 range, and then you start seeing shorts get stop lossed. Or if it sits in this range for a while, shorts might close their positions at a break even or a small loss just to get out, just because of market decision. People will get out, and that will still trigger buys and pump the market up a little bit. So this very much looks like you can call it whatever you want, whatever you choose to follow. If you like the Wyckoff terminology, this is a spring event. If you look at liquidity zones and you're looking at liquidity and supply and demand zones, you see this was a demand zone. It was a very, very strong support, and then once it broke through, it became a supply zone. Every time the price got there, the supply was there, it got sold back down. Supply was there, got sold back down. Supply was there, sold all the way back down. So now, if you're looking at supply and demand, it looked like a breakthrough, but I think we have a liquidity grab where big money players just got millions and millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, actually potentially billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, all in this grab area, and we'll start seeing pressure going up. And this volume here, that's not retail. Retail can't do that. Retail investors can't make that kind of money. They can't. There's not enough retail money. So that was CPI data. That was the Nasdaq going up 7 or however many percent today. The Dow Jones going up 1,200 points today, I believe. And all that institutional money, they're trying to time the Fed pivot. They're trying to time the pivot in the U-turn, and it might be coming up very shortly. Things get priced in, events get priced in before they happen. Big money tries to time it, they try to get ahead of it, because if you wait for the U-turn to happen, you've already missed the bulk of the move. The price is already going to start going up before that. So guys, that's the video for today. I hope you found it informative. Guys, I'm sorry I was gone for so long, but I'll be back to full-time real videos more often. I've got a bunch of them waiting in the wings, so stick around guys. As always, until next time, peace.